Hello and welcome back to day 2, video number 3 of the UltraSimple Diet. Today was a success, although I was about ready to throw in the rag down at the end near dinner time. Just make sure you always know how to properly prepare salmon. It was my first time broiling and it ended up really great. My daughter and husband actually ended up loving it, and my son doesn't really eat fish a lot, but he ate his, no complaints. I'm sure he was bugging about it though. So it was a little frustrating there during the evening meal, but the other meals earlier in the day, everything went relatively well. My son, who is growing like a weed, and any food in sight is food gone, 11 years old, and he just eats a lot. He's hitting that growth spurt time. And so he was actually very satisfied with lunch and his mid-morning snack, so much, in fact, that he wasn't hungry for lunch, but I made up his lunch, and he kind of grazed on it off and on throughout the late afternoon up until dinner, when he ate a really good portion of Brussels sprouts, which he and I absolutely love. And I know that sounds weird, but we always have loved Brussels sprouts. My daughter and my husband, they absolutely liked the salmon though. Another thing is my husband usually skips breakfast. Not while we're doing the detox though. He's been told no skipping allowed. You need to take what's on the menu unless you are satisfied and you're not hungry anymore. Then you need to be eating what's next on the menu. So he is very wisely and lovingly complying and taking down the shakes, and he seems to be enjoying them. And my daughter, like I've said before, she's enjoying them just as much. When mommy makes a shake, she wants to push the buttons and help out, which is encouraging. A downside to all of us kind of doing it together is I have to make the broth virtually every day, which means more shopping, more time out of the house, which works. It's just making the broth is at least an hour and a half long process. So I just have to carve out some time, usually while Amy is down for her naps, to go ahead and get that done. But today was a success, like I said. Woke up super early, got a lot of stuff done. Not doing the journaling. I feel like with these vlogs that's enough kind of for me to keep track of what's going on. Something specific that we need to keep track of is we're all being pretty regular in the morning, so no problems there. I have some stuff on hand just in case there becomes a problem, but there shouldn't be. And like I said in the other video, can't stress enough, being regular for this program to work for you, because that's how it works. And getting ready to take the bath, need it to unwind from a little bit more of a stressful day. Although we're feeling satisfied as far as the food goes, you can definitely see, my husband was having some cravings today. My son was, kind of getting irritated about not being able to eat some of his favorite foods right now, which is understandable, but, it's only 7 days, and we've already gotten through 2. We've only got 5 more to go, and I'm sure it won't seem like no time at all. But a couple of things to mention, along with, doing it as a family and a large group, having to make more and prepare more. It does take more time, but we can do it, and we're doing pretty well so far. It's harder because you got to really stock up on your foods, and you got to make sure you got enough vegetables, And it's just a variety of vegetables because, you kind of want to do, not the same thing like broccoli and beans over and over and over again. So you got to make sure you're alternating, like what kind of vegetables you're doing throughout the week. Kind of like somewhat of a pattern, so that you aren't stuck in a rut. Trying new things. Like I think we did bok choy already, and my son really liked it, and he wants to cook it now. So we'll do that toward the end of the week, and trying some radicchio, and maybe some other things. Doing some new stuff. I don't really branch out a whole lot because cooking new vegetables is always like an experiment in itself. Like what flavor it really brings, how to really do it, how to get the best out of it, and what seasonings to add to really to give it that extra oomph. You can use sea salt on this diet, not table salt. Sea salt is highly recommended for just about everything, which always helps bring out any food's natural flavors. But so you just want to keep that stuff in mind, because like the rice, when you cook that, you want to do like larger portions so that you've got days worth ready, because rice can just easily be reheated with a little bit of water, and it gets nice and soft again. So keeping your spices and knowing what you're working with, so that you are prepared. And like I said, branching out and doing new vegetables and different kind of vegetables, and not just doing the same or in the same preparation. Doing different types of preparation, and that can be tricky. But yeah, we are experiencing a little bit of a drag, or at least I am today. I kind of got a low funk toward the late afternoon, but did a little half-hour walk with the dog and the kids, and that helped, and then started to prepare dinner. In the enhanced version, he makes a point of telling people to do 20 or 30 minutes of yoga or light exercise, or just walking here or there. I prefer to walk. Yoga is great, but that isn't something I've done in a long time, and I would need some instruction on that, and I just don't have time to really devote more than that. So walking is complimentary enough right now, especially with the great weather. We're having 70-degree weather right now in January. Woohoo! Love it. So it makes walking even that much more exciting, getting outside and doing the bikes and walking the dog and stuff. So day 2 down. Stay tuned for more. Hopefully before the week is out, I will get those videos up of the Ultra Broth and the Ultra Shake, and how we put those together and how they vary, because we like different things. And we will get that up and out. And hang on tight, because I'm sure the end of this journey we are going to have a lot to say. So stay tuned. Thanks.